All in.
Oh, my goodness. I may have spoken too soon, Nick. I don't think either of us anticipated this savagery. And Addamo with a 7-8 suited will stay interested, we presume.
So I'm sure many of you watching now know this, but Addamo right there in the discussion for the very best player in the world, among the hottest players in the world right now.
He did. He did fine.
Everybody at this table.
No Koji this time.
Queen 8.
Lays claim to these sorts of things. And as
No
we see,
Koji.
Ali, Addamo fancies this hand at this stack depth for a 3-bet.
Obviously, the timing is bad. Schindler having the real deal. But how will Jake elect to respond to this 3-bet? A sizable 28,000.
I think he calls here an awful lot, if not always, and onward.
Accurately prophesized, and to the flop we go. A pesky over card, the King of Hearts on the rainbow flop. Pair of 7s for Addamo.
We see Schindler keeping a keen eye on Addamo to start things off. Sort of a nice flop for Mike, middle pair and the backdoor stuff.
10 seconds.
Well, let us defer to the Australian for sizing considerations. Looks like he's coming with third-ish.
19,000. Call.
The 19K follow through gets called by Schindler. Now, what a big turn card this is, Nick. Open ender and the flush draw.
I think it's a high-frequency check sort of turn in general, but as you said, Ali, it's a fantastic card for Addamo's actual hand. And you do get to put a lot of pressure on things like 10s, jacks, and queens, which are quite real. He does go with the former. And in all likelihood, Jake will be content to check back. Although, again, it is a pretty good card for Jake's range. In theory, he has these middle-y sets, perhaps even some of the small 2-pair, and straights. So sometimes you can leverage that to sort of put some chips in and gain some initiative. But black queens here, not the best.
And the king pairing on the river actually may come as somewhat of a relief to Jake. Uncomplicating the texture.
Yeah, I think this could go check bet. And we'll see how Addamo responds to that if this were to unfold. I don't really think we bet for value here, nor do we bluff if we're Addamo. We have quite a lot of showdown. And I think for Jake, although it's scary-ish, especially against this guy who's just, you know, a true wrecking ball, I think we go for value on the strength of our kings and queens. And Addamo will have a very awkward kind of decision. Something like 60%-ish seems to be
10 seconds.
ballpark. Let's see.
Deep into the shot clock goes Schindler.
55.
And he fires 55,000, right in that neighborhood.
Rather tricky to decipher. I suppose some of Schindler's flop floats, so to speak, would be bluffing turn. I don't know. Let's defer to Mike here. It's kind of hard to find bluffs, but we have a really good hand. That's an overstatement, but you know what I mean. And is he ever betting worse for value? I don't think so. So we sort of need him to be turning something like ace-jack suited into a bluff. Perhaps ace-queen, whether off or suited. We also need these to have not bluff turn. I don't think he's ever doing this with 4s, 3s, or deuces. I think these would be content to take the showdown. Let's see. It's time bang time, Ali.
Can't blame him. 151,000 and change in the middle. Certainly would appear that the decision is between call or fold at this point and nothing further.
All in.
Oh my goodness.
All in.
I may have spoken too soon, Nick. I don't think either of us anticipated this savagery.
Yeah, you know, the guy is just really clicking on all cylinders. Has a good hand for it. Hindsight's always 20/20, but he blocks sevens full. He blocks 8-9 suited. Schindler's out of there, and just
Love you
bravo.
very much.
Great to watch this guy navigate right now.